Guys, welcome back for another MOTU Revelations review, Masterverse review. Alright, and here is STINKOR from the latest wave of Revelations series figures. Alright, right here you do see here's a STINKOR, and however there's a hint. He doesn't stink in this one, only the Origins one. Okay, I think that's one of the main features that is basically a signature feature of him, his smell. So I'm not too sure why Mattel removed him from this version of Revelations. I mean, the stink is what actually represents him, and also his signature feature. However, but the figure looks good. He has two heads. Okay, one with a basically the respirator on him, and you can see he has one set of extra hands, one shield, blue shield, and his signature orange vest or armor. Alright, here's a Masterverse figure, 30 points of articulation. You can see the box hieroglyphics at the back in this Netflix. And alright, okay, and right here you can see STINKOR at the back with his box art. So his art is a STINKOR, the evil master of order. Alright, and here's a bit of backstory about him, and here's the box art, nicely done by Mattel. You have the wave mate. Here are some of his wave mates, and here is STINKOR, how it looks like on the sides. Okay, with his gas tanks and everything. Alright, which is pretty nice. Okay, here's the box itself. Here's the size is STINKOR. Right, and let me get him out of the packaging before we review him. And here's a bit of a view on how the box looks like from the back. Alright guys, this is how STINKOR looks out of the packaging. Alright, let me get him out of his plastic encasing, and we should have a further look at him on his how tall he is, and all the features of and how he stacks up. Alright guys, here's STINKOR finally out of the packaging. Right, you do see him. He's about nearly 7-inch tall. Okay, and you can see his head sculpt right now. Alright, here's a bit of a resemblance of Merman in this version. Okay, and right here, do you see his face sculpt, his fur, his eyes are nicely sculpted. You can rotate his head a bit. Okay, all the way, and you can see his fur at the back of his head right here, which is pretty nice. His gas tanks, which are more basically more prominently represented this time. Okay, you do see that the gas tanks are actually a bit more painted, more detailed. You can see some parts of the nozzles. Okay, it's attached to the armor. This can be removed over here by removing this piece here. I'm not going to remove it, I'm just showing you. And here's the armor in front, reminiscent of the Origins STINKOR armor as well. Okay, now yeah, this guy is a skunk. Okay, here look at his stripes on his hands. Okay, which is pretty nice. Here are the STINKOR with his belt, which is red in color. The what do you call that? The hairy skirts. And here's the back of STINKOR with his boots and everything. Alright, his articulation, his hands just go full 360. It does also rotate at the upper part of the arm itself. It has a double jointed elbow right here. And for his hands, you can rotate his wrist. You can rotate his wrist a full 360. You can bend it in and out. He has a waist articulation right here. Okay. He also has a bit of a how do you call that? Rib cage or upper torso movement. Okay, and then for his legs can go back and forth. This also has a double jointed knee band. You can rotate also the upper leg. He has a boot cut rotation as well, and also you can bend the you can rock the basically the ankle part up and down. All right, yeah, actually his boots are pretty nicely done. Okay, and let's look at his weapons. He comes with a shield, which you can slide it through his hands by exchanging the sets of hands later. It's made of hard plastic, as you can hear. Right, this is nicely done. This is basically the enhancers that you have compared to the Origins version. Here you have his respirator head. Okay, his face sculpt, right, which you can take the respirator out. There's a port here in the middle of his teeth. You can put it in this way, and here's the back of his head. This is the underneath him. Okay, and here are the other open-handed hands, sorry, gripping hands, basically holding weapon, and also open-handed hands. I think this will be for the shield. Let's look at his head. Just rip this part off, okay, and put his head in this part here. That will it's a bit hard to put in. Okay, yep, successfully done for him. And let's change the hands out. Let's rip this out, the one of the fist, and put an open-handed hand in. Okay, this is where you put in his signature shield. All right here, all the way slid it through to hold his shield in place. Right, and this would be the Stinkor that you remember, with his full face and respirator on. Okay, yeah, he looks just nice. Okay, a much more detailed figure. Here's a size comparison. Hi guys, welcome back. Here's a size comparison with Origins, Stinkor, and also Revelations. Do you see that these are the vast differences between them? However, both of them are exceptional figures. This is a bit more retail, I mean more for the classic collectors. This is for the new generation with more articulation. However, if you like this Origins version, you will definitely like this version because it's more detailed and more I would say more finessed, which has been placed, and more effort in this figures has been made. However, alright, I'm going to give you a look at how they stack up side by side. Okay, right here you do see the visible differences between these Stinkors. The Revelation has the version has the tanks at the back visible. However, the Origins doesn't have any of that. Okay, these are the added parts that you can. There's a vast differences, and the shield is kind of similar to what of the original version. Let's take the Origins away, and alright, and here's the Stinkor figure right here. I would say I'll give it a rating of about 9 upon 10. Plastic quality is quite good. Joints are tight. You can find him in retail now in Toys R Us or any retail markets at the moment. So I will give this guy a rating of a 8.5 over 10. If you like this review, please subscribe below this. This will help me, and I'll see you back for further new reviews for the MOTU line. Have a nice day.